press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Also on the world today at this hour, preparations are underway for an upcoming face-to-face between the leaders of China and India. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in the city of Wuhan in central China's Hubei province on Thursday for 2 days of talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Both sides have stressed that this is an informal meeting rather than a summit. The two countries are the world's biggest emerging markets, each with a population of more than 1 billion people. China's Vice Foreign Minister Kong Xuanyou says both support multilateralism and globalization and are important pillars to peace and prosperity. He says this bilateral relationship is more important now than ever.
The leaders of China and India will conduct strategic discussions on major changes in the international landscape that have not been seen in the past 100 years. They will have an in-depth exchange of views on issues of long-term and strategic importance in bilateral relations. This exchange will help deepen mutual trust between the two countries and set a course for development of bilateral ties. It will also open up new prospects in China-India cooperation. This informal summit will not only benefit the two countries and two peoples, but also have an important positive impact on peace and development in the region and beyond.
The leaders of China and India have decided to deal with their relationship right from the top. Chinese President Xi Jinping will host Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the central Chinese city of Wuhan for 2 days, beginning today. The two leaders will talk about the entire spectrum of their relationship. Our Shweta Bajaj has more.
Last few years have seen an uneasy relationship between China and India. It started with the Doklam standoff between the two armies, and then India's refusal to be part of One Belt, One Road initiative because of Pakistan. A part of the Silk Route goes through disputed territory between Pakistan and India. But the size and potential of both the nations makes them an advantage for each other. India has a massive population, which are both consumers and producers. Its young population is in need of jobs, and manufacturing is the only sector that can satiate its massive appetite for employment, and where massive investment is needed. Mohammad Saqib is the Secretary General of India-China Economic and Cultural Council. He says this visit is not just about economics, it will also be able to iron out strategic differences to make way for stronger economic partnership.
It's a very unusual initiative, and more so because of between India and China, such an informal meeting. And it will not only help or enhance India-China economic cooperation or trade cooperation, but overall India-China relationship will be enhanced.
China and India bilateral trade reached $84.4 billion last year, a historic high. For many years, China-India bilateral trade had stagnated at $70 billion against the target of $100 billion set by both the countries for 2015. The challenge remains how to address India's massive trade deficit of $51 billion with China, which experts say can be partially addressed by China's investment in India's infrastructure projects. But India also expects China to open sectors like IT and pharmaceutical to Chinese market.
Overall, while India and China relations are improving, there is also a scope for the Chinese products to be sold more in India. There is obviously also the trade deficits to be reduced.
China and India's development goals are similar. The meeting between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will promote free trade and strengthen unity among developing countries, wrote Chinese ambassador to India. The aim when the two leaders meet would be to make sure that cooperation and synergies outweigh their differences, a possible start to a new geopolitical order in a conflicted world. Shweta Bajaj, CGTN, New Delhi, India.